Hi, this is Ushio, and today is the announcement you have all been waiting for. April is Dragon Month. I can't write it fast enough. So yeah, April is Dragon Month. Except it isn't, but it also is. It's both things. So settle in, we're going to take our time, we're going to have a chat, and we're going to talk about dragon stuff. It's all good. It's all good. Alright, delete that layer. I don't want that anymore. So yeah, and I'm going to work on a doodle that I've been working on. So I've done the draft. I really rushed, and I've done the line work. So we're gonna look at some colouring because I'm actually really bad at colouring. So we're gonna have a look at this and talk about Dragon Month. So this is gonna be the third Dragon Month that I've done on this channel. It always does really well for me, and you always seem to enjoy it. I'm just gonna drop in this picture as a image reference because I'm gonna need them colours as I colour this thing. Alright, so Dragon Month happens every April, and typically I do like one gameplay every day. Yeah, I'm already telling you now. There's reasons as to why I can't talk for shit at the minute. I'm ill, and I'm doing as best as I can to keep up with what we need to do. So yeah, but basically Dragon Month is normally that is the wrong colour. Wow. It's gonna be that kind of video. Grab a snack, put me on in the background. Don't pay attention to a thing I'm doing. But yeah, Dragon Month is typically 1 month long, every single day. Dragon gameplays every single day, and at the minute I can't even string a sentence together because I've got this flu basically. I've got this lurgy, and I can't do it, man. I can't keep up. So you're going to have to forgive me for that. Luckily, I've been preparing for this since January, so I do have gameplays ready. I do essentially have a month's worth of stuff. But I'm like, why rush? Why are we rushing so much? Why can't we kind of like take our time, enjoy it a little bit? You know, this kind of thing. It's Dragon Month, but it's Dragon Month in spirit. Not doesn't have to be literal. Dragon Month can be any month, any day, all the time. The dragons are in our hearts, kind of thing. So let's get this. I'm just doing some special artwork. So this is for an upcoming gameplay. It's not. You can try and guess. It's not obvious. Sometimes I'll do an artwork for an upcoming gameplay, and you can kind of tell straight away what it's for. This isn't very obvious, and I realise that. So you're gonna kind of see my little techniques on how I like to colour pictures. I'm not a good artist. Don't copy me. This is just so you can see how I do it, and it's just like I'll take notes on how to not do that for myself. Because look, you get little dead pixels like this, which you don't want. So yeah, so this is a preview of a gameplay that is gonna come up. So yeah, I'm gonna be going backwards and forwards a lot because my mind isn't exactly in a regular place. I'll fill that gap there. Yay. So the first Dragon Month video was the first time I had worn my costume on the channel. I only just finished it, and honestly, I think when I wore that costume for that video, I'm pretty sure I had COVID. I'd lost my voice completely. I had a lot of stuff going on with my throat, and it was going. I could feel it going down into my chest a little bit. It didn't quite reach the lungs proper, which I'm grateful for. But there was no testing at the time, no way to prove it. But I'm fully suspicious that I definitely sort of probably had COVID for that video. And then last year, it was in between all the different lockdowns and stuff like that. And I had so much free time, I was able to like write a whole song celebrating it. This year, I've got a little bit more going on. I'm a bit busier. I've got all the real life stuff has kind of come into effect, basically because, well, the world's opened up again. Whether we think it's a good idea or whether it's too soon or not, it's beside the point. The world is back. You can't stop it. It's only going one way, which means I've got a lot less free time. I can't just stop everything to make a Dragon Month. This isn't a complaint. This is just a statement of how it is. So basically, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're having a good day. and I'm doing okay. I know it sounds like I'm complaining a lot, but I'm actually doing fine. I'm actually doing all right. What colour should we make this? I never have a scheme in mind. I never have like a pre-plan on how I wanna what colour. Green? With the green? That's it. Just kind of like sitting cross-legged, working on the little Ushio doll there. That's kind of like the theme. If you can guess what the game is, what this artwork's going to be for, you're smarter than me because I just did this on a whim. Also, little random drawing tip: make sure that you colour in the eyes because otherwise it's see-through. So you gotta make sure you fill them gaps. Otherwise, you're going to have issues when you try and export it later. And also, you need to export this kind of image as a PNG file. And if it's PNG, that means that, yeah, it won't be a white blank background. It will be the actual image itself and nothing else that you can then, paste into whatever it is you want. A lot of people who do art already know this. A lot of people who already make GIFs and post their pictures and that already know all this stuff. But it's a nice little tip if you're not familiar and didn't know how to ask it. Anyway, we'll carry on with the conversation. I'm not actually gonna announce anything. Basically, we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna. What should I have? Grey socks. Grey socks. What about black socks. Black socks. What colour are my toes? I have some red socks. There we go. And a red tongue. Very good. And red eyes as well? Is that too scary? It's a bit scary. Maybe I shouldn't do that. It's a bit Coraline. And I recommend the film, but it is a bit spooky. We're going to button eyes. This spooky thing. Okay. So there will be new gameplays. And I've got about 4 or 5 complete dragon themed gameplays ready to go. So it's like, hey man, why not upload them every day as promised for Dragon Month? And it's like, well, why not enjoy it? Why not take our time? It means that I could start, or Dragon Month, it's more Dragon season. I can start things early. If I want to upload one in March, why not? What's to stop me? If I want to carry on the gameplays right all the way through, we can have them in like May, possibly even into June, depending on the games. I don't think they'll last until June, but May for sure. So that's kind of a nice thing. Okay, I've done my flats, and now I can do the bit I'm really bad at, which is the colouring. I'm really bad at the shading, but we'll give it a go. We'll see how we get on. Okay, so I've just been using my mouse for this. Now we're going to move on to the stylus. I'm going to change layer because I don't trust myself to work on the same layer. So it's like this kind of thing. I just kind of like shade it in slightly, and then if I'm feeling fancy, I blend it a bit. And that's pretty much how I do it. I've adopted this technique. I'm quite a lazy bad artist in some respects, because everyone's just like, oh, what brushes do you use? I only use the default settings. So these are only the ones that come with the program. I don't know. I don't know. I just use the basic stuff and I work with what I've got. That's kind of how I operate. It's not the best way, but it's the way I do it. So what was I talking about? I get off track all the time. So yeah, I have got about 4 or 5 gameplays, all themed on dragons, all ready to go. So there's definitely going to be a strong flavour of dragon type stuff over April, which is, I think people are going to enjoy a couple of the ones I've picked out. One of them, you can probably predict, I don't need to mention it. One of them is the drawing I'm working on now. One of them I will mention. I recommend it, and I think it's definitely going to be worth your time. And that is the Mystery of Caketropolis. So that's the one I'm going to announce for this video. And I think you'll enjoy it. It's kind of like an RPG, and you're like a dragon living in this town where dragons and humans are trying to coexist. And things aren't as easy as what they could be, or what perhaps they should be. And in any good, self-respecting dragon-themed game, things are never as happy. Life's a struggle. So expect a little bit, always a little bit darker than what you would initially expect. That's how a lot of good quality dragon games seem to go. Also, no Spyro the Dragon. I played the original trilogy, There are other ones that came out on the PS2 and the PS3. I don't really feel like getting into those right this second. I thought for a new Dragon Month season, why not have a little bit more of the unexpected stuff? I got a couple of other gameplays. They're kind of a little bit more, just like regular kind of games. They're not too bad. They're more like action games as opposed to ones more focused on the story. So that's kind of about it. So that's the big announcement. Dragon Month is coming. Please enjoy it. And if you want to stick around and watch me colour the rest of this image, you're welcome to. Otherwise, that's the end of the video. We are done here. Maybe I should fast forward my technique. I'm just using, it's called like a dry gouache. I think that's the name of the brush. It is one of the default ones that just comes with it, but it gives like a nice texture, like it's like a real kind of texture. And you can blend it a bit if you just want to smooth some of the areas. And that's kind of what I'll work with. Also, I found another brush. If I want to do this, for example, like on the fur, there's another fun brush in here. It's called the pointillism brush, and it kind of like just puts in the smooth bits like that. So yeah, I'm not doing every single strand by hand because that's just ridiculous. I need to. There we go. No, that's too much. That's too much. But yeah, it's just getting the texture and kind of getting it how I like it, kind of thing. So that will do, I think. It just gives an impression as to what the texture of that surface is, as opposed to like painstakingly do every single little bit. That brush is too big. Smaller. That's too. See, now it's too dense. Now I've got a smaller brush. It makes the texture too dense. So you kind of have to play with it and see what you like. But obviously, don't copy how I do things. I'm not very good. I'm just kind of making it up that satisfies my personal demands. Any pro seeing how I do it, they'd be like, nah, there's so much better ways you can do this. But this is me, and it's how I want to do it. But I've literally got nothing else to say. If you want to hang out and chat sometimes, the Discord is always open, which is always good. It's pretty nice. It's community run. I don't run it myself. It's run by a couple of the community members, and they do a good job to make sure that it's pretty safe for everybody involved, which is cool. I don't run it. I don't want to tell people how they should be enjoying my work. So that's why I'm happier for the community to run it. So that is cool. But yeah, maybe I'll fast forward to the end of this drawing and then we'll call it a day. I've got to do the highlights actually. So, oh god, that's the wrong layer. I've got to do highlights as well. So like, I don't know, say that leg, for example. If I go in, oh god, pick a colour. Pick a colour. I'm really bad at picking colours. I've got very bad judgment for it. But, oh god, that's the wrong brush. So, yeah, so you can kind of like put in like highlights and stuff. Decide where your light source is. If the sun's at the top right, for example, it's kind of coming down on this side. That kind of thing. So you can kind of, I don't know, do whatever. If you have a bit of a strong edge on the light, and then it can kind of like slowly go down. But sometimes I like to blur it because it gives it a bit more of a natural look. Like it's actually been used with real paint kind of thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should just go in with a stronger colour after all. Like a proper white. Never mind. But anyway, this is basically it. I'm going to try and finish this drawing now. Okay, looks like the drawing is finished. Kind of curious as to how this video's come out. But yeah, it's done. You'll be seeing this gameplay very soon. And I hope you enjoy Dragon Month / Dragon Season. Whatever it turns out to be, there will be dragons. And we're going to enjoy it. This is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.